Good afternoon. Day outside. Weather outside's been pretty bright and sunny. Seems like the perfect time. Go hunt some vampires. We're gonna do so in Vampire Survivors. This game just released in 1.0 about 2 days ago. It's now feature complete, at least according to Ponkel, the developer. A crazy journey it's been. Just seeing this game start way back this winter with just like one stage, a handful of characters. I guess thanks to its cheap price and pretty easy to understand mechanics and controls, kind of blew up, big way. And here we are. Now finally gonna see the conclusion to this game, whether that may be figure out Dave what else they might have here in last part. Quick. Go here with my all reliable Pugnala. Go here to the stage they introduced with this update. Path to the edge of our world. It's lava. Find out about I should turn off furry mode. Hyper, I'll keep on. Oh boy, time limit 99 minutes. I feel like this is gonna be a special stage here. Should probably switch off to the regular stage music actually. Just gonna use the mouse for this one. Oh yeah, that's one of the other things the update added, or maybe it was like a past update. It's like a B-side version of some of the music. From the patch notes, they say this is like the blast processed version, which is old-timey speak for this is probably what you would hear if this were a Genesis game. Right, this here is more like NES, SNES. This is Genesis. That's for the really old folk out there. Okay, so I wanna... I wish they would switch. You know what? I could actually just pick a different character. See what the default track for this is, and I can switch to that. Oh yeah, the Yuda machine. You know what? I probably should have paid attention to the song titles. Okay, back to Pug. And get that track queued up. There it is. Normal version. Alright. Let's get started. Let's find out what lies in wait. Okay. Took all my eggs and my relics. Ooh, what is this? It's like turning into Bayonetta here. If I walk into it. Ooh. Tell us thy path. Hast thou struggled or hast thou walked with ease? I wonder if this is gonna give us a particular version of the final boss, or this next segment. I assume this is a final boss considering it's a 1.0 update. I'm feeling foolish. How about I just speak with overconfidence here? Too easy. Gracious Mirror permanently allows access to a harder version of any stage. Everything's upside down. Oh boy, this is like Symphony of the Night here. We just entered the upside down version of the game. Okay, well, yeah. Limit break still in effect. Okay. Let us. Can we go back to? That machine is gone. Maybe you have to go play upside down mode. Let's just fire up some other thing. Do hurry mode because I don't want to spend 30 actual minutes on this. Do B-side version of the library stage music. All right. Now we're back to a regular Ask Vampire Survivor stage, except everything's upside down, I'm assuming. Where's my Ricochet Arcana? Oh, that's a mount. Let's explode. There we go. Bounces. Yep. Pick that one. Yep. As expected. Apparently everyone's health is also improved. Take the lightning ring. Additional projectiles never hurts. And knife as well, because that benefits from the Ricochet Arcana. Or I take the axe as well. Wait for the axe to show up. Ooh. Wow, bracer. Man. Lucked out these first few levels here. I can evolve one right at 10 minutes. Yeah. Alright, time for a little manipulation. Banish the Shattered Pinion. Seems like they've upped the number of skips and banishes and rerolls you get, because it used to be you got like up to 5 each, and now I guess they've doubled the number you get from each particular thing. Not that I'm complaining. Given how many weapons and passives are in the game now, you kind of need more chances to take stuff out of the pool that you don't want. Besides, it comes with a natural downside anyway. You gotta spend the level up to not get an item and instead take out an item for future level ups. So, in any case, considering how many levels you can get once you reach the end here, it's not too big of a deal, all things considered. Given that rerolls work on Arcanas, I try to save my rerolls for Arcana. Most of the time, if it like comes to picking level up items and stuff, I will try to use a banish, and failing that, just skip. Get some compensation experience. Wonder if my last item should be a magic wand. Dang, I don't remember what other weapons the Ricochet Arcana benefits with. I know the knife and the axe are 2 of them. And the guns, of course. I forget what the other ones are. I wonder if I should get one of the doves, because I plan on getting that other Arcana that gives you like counterpart weapons if you've got certain ones. And I know the Ebony and Peachone, I think, or is it Ivory Wings? Well, anyways, those two get counterparts as well, so can really boost your firepower if you have those in you. Also frees up a passive slot, because they don't need passives to upgrade themselves. Something to consider. I probably should get Santa water instead. Or the King Bible, actually. Nah, I want to try to go for the magic wand. Magic wand or one of the birds. Depending on if I get one or the other, that'll pretty much lock in the rest of my choices. And to be honest, seems like Pugnail is doing okay so far. Hasn't run into too much of a issue just yet. I want to try to conserve my banishes as well, because I will need to eventually banish passive items as well to try to get the ones I need for the particular evos I'm looking after. Like, for example, I still haven't found my Tirgisu. Still need my Candelabrador. probably leave me room for... actually, it leaves me room for a good amount of passives. I could probably pick up the Attract Orb as usual, because never go wrong with additional pickup range. Spinach, because even though Pugnal already has an uncapped might improvement stat, getting a little 50% extra might be... It always helps getting that little extra push. Oh, I could also go for Toronto's box. Make sure I have to banish it at 8, so I gotta save one banish if I pick that up. Otherwise, I gotta deal with 100% curse, which makes these enemies even more numerous and chunky. Although if I'm planning to get the spinach, I could probably pick up Fire Wand now. Or at least take the other weapons out of the pool for the moment and allow me to focus on passives. Maybe I'll do that. I'm doing this run kind of for fun. I'm not looking... I should probably not look to optimize myself too much. It's not really necessary. It really isn't. Just keep at it. Okay, I need to start banishing passives. We'll take out the Hollow Heart. You only got 6 slots for passives. You kind of want to tweak out your damage as much as you can. That seems to be the eventual fate for like most games that give you like a bazillion choices. People are going to gravitate towards the items and the skills that will let you deal more damage. As the old saying goes, the best defense is a good offense, right? Who needs to stack up on HP and resistance and defense when you can defeat your opponent from where you stand? I assume that's how it goes. And you also, most of the time, it seems like turtling is kind of boring to watch. At least that's what I gather from like what I've seen people say when I see them watch like sort of competitive-ish matches. Right, when you got like a fighting game playing, the person who just holds back and blocks like 95% of the time isn't very exciting to watch. The one who's exciting to watch is the one who manages to get all those combos off and dodge like a champ and all that good stuff. Oh boy. One benefit to hurry mode is that it doubles the clock timer, so it doubles the speed of the clock. Which essentially makes the stages last half as long. That said, they do compensate. Like, they increase your experience gain. They do... I think they increase movement speed? Don't quite remember. In any case, you're not left high and dry if you decide to go double time it on a stage. Let's see. I used up my freebie passive. No, I haven't. I think I can pick up an Attract Orb. Good. We're hitting the... Oh, I had to think. If I pick up the Magic Wand, that'll leave me another room for a passive, so I can pick up Torona's box. No, it's pronounced Torona. Got it. Just make sure to keep a banish on hand so I can banish it once it hits level 8. So I don't accidentally stick myself with 100% curse. It wouldn't be a bad thing, it would just be troublesome. Probably level up my weapons as well. Seems like despite the increased experience gain, the faster timer just means things are gonna reach a conclusion earlier and you will just... Oh boy. No. Oh, damn it. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get the Tiragisu. Okay, well, you know what? Again, I'm not I probably shouldn't be worried about, you know, getting the optimal meta build and all that. I should just... I'm looking to survive, right? It's in the title. It's Vampire Survivors, not Vampire meta build optimization. Wreck everything in your path. Ooh, an Arcana. Let's see what I get. Nope. Nope. 3 bounces, maybe not. Yeah, probably not that, but... X listed weapons, no. Where's my counterpart? Another reroll. It's a freeze. Actually, I could probably pick this up since I'm not going to upgrade the guns anymore. I probably want to pick up the explosion ones though, not the freeze one, because I got 2 weapons that can benefit from that. Yeah, let's get the explosion one. It'll get me some CC. Can worry about the counterparts later. So I should probably start walking. We're like 11 minutes in. I haven't made my way to the map passives just yet. There, that chest should be able to get me to 1,000 knives. Start chucking knives like Shield from Tsukihime. Or is it CL? I'm quite sure the pronunciation of that name. I've seen it pronounced both ways. So I think is it God Eater 2 has a character with that name, and they pronounce it Shield. I think I've seen it pronounced CL in like other works too. So I guess the thing to do would just go to like a dictionary or something and press the little speaker thing and have the computer voice tell me what the pronunciation is. In case I got my knife machine gun. I know this is like far from being like being the best evolved weapon, but it's my favorite. It's the idea of someone just chucking knives repeatedly, especially when you get the bounce arcana for this weapon. It makes a pretty good crowd controller, all things considered. You not only wipe out things in front of you, you kind of sort of wipe out things that are slightly around them as well. I'm actually gonna keep upgrading my weapons. We've almost hit the halfway point. We only have 2 evolved weapons so far. Barring that, I'll probably upgrade the Attract Orb. Yeah, Fire Wand. Now I'll just focus on things that can evolve, which are not the guns. And okay, Attract Orb. Fire Wand. Stop here for a bit so you can get a chest from the boss. No Evos just yet. We'll get there. Actually, we could probably just keep walking, because the boss is gonna just keep teleporting to us like Droopy Dog. Up. Yeah, I think passives, yellow sign passives here provide the benefits, so I'm willing to pick those up. Might steer clear of the curse ones, considering they're already a bit of a handful right now. Get that. Weapons cooldown by 8%. And max out the Track Orb. That's one disadvantage of picking them up, is that they're gonna bloat the choice pool a little bit, but that's a downside. That's a drawback I'm willing to take. keep leveling up weapons. Or I just hang around here too. Until I max upgrade something. So I don't really need the stone mask or the other two yellow sign passes that are on the other side of this map. I'm already these folks are already a bit of a handful with their boosted health and everything. Of course, I got these two cloaked fellas after me as well. And could you just imagine you're just frozen in time, someone just runs up to you and throws a million knives in your face, and it's not Sakuya from Toho. Probably a pretty bad fate to befall, if anything. Wait, okay, I need 3 levels on the lightning ring, where I can evolve it. This might be a challenge to get. They gotta, at some point, give me all the gems that I passed by off screen, right? Really how this works. I read somewhere that sort of a mechanic where they just like silently move the experience gems that you've passed by that are very far away, close enough, I guess, to keep the rendering power of the game as low as possible. After a certain point, if there's like too many, or if you have, at a certain point, they just auto-collect the off-screen gems for you, which is why you'll have segments where you double back for a bit and then you see like several level ups happen at the same time. It's because the game is just auto-collecting all the experience gems for you. It's very interesting. Kind of a neat way to make sure you don't miss out on everything, and also to make sure this game doesn't collapse upon itself trying to keep the location of every object in check. Alright, this game now hates the lightning ring for some reason. That says if I continue maxing things out, it'll remove them from the pool, which will give me a better chance of finally upgrading the lightning ring. I mean, it's gonna happen. It's just a matter of when. There we go. One more level and I can pick up that chest. Actually, I could probably pick up that chest now. I'm facing a boss. That boss will probably drop a chest. Hey, look at that! Final lightning ring upgrade. All right, maybe it was worth it. All you need to do now is just defeat the bosses. There are a lot of them. Man, starting to feel the pressure of hurry mode now. Hurry plus inverse. We'll just upgrade the guns, get them out of the way. Ah, there we go. There's my magnet pickup. Also, these cloaked fellas need to go down already. Ah, there we go. Our little level up. Consecutive level ups. This is your experience gatherer in action. Well, we'd also used a magnet, so it had something to do with it. Oh, better get out of the way before they chunk my HP to nothing. There we go. Our last Arcana. See if we can pick up the counterparts Arcana. Wow. Just right away. Yeah. Do it. More projectiles! I am the Toho boss now. Alright, another Candelabrador. It's just chaos. Chaos everywhere. In a word, chaos. Reminds me of that one old SNL skit. I think it was with Bill Hader. He was like, the host of a game show where it started. I think it was just like asking people, "What's my name?" You know, it starts off innocent enough. Eventually they start bringing out these really personal things, like a person that one of the contestants met at a party like last week, and then the person asks, "What was my name?" Right, things like that. And one line I remember from that was just, "Why are you doing this?" And then Bill Hader just says, in a word, chaos. It's always stuck with me. I feel like that is the modus operandi for several folks out there. Don't really care about anything else. They just want to see chaos. They want to see people who just go nuts. Not really that great of a thing when you think about it. I think all that effort they put into making people angry, you think they could maybe put that effort to good use, but unfortunately, such is the path they chose. But that's how it goes sometimes, right? People can choose what they want to be. What you can do is just hope that they choose to be a good person. At the very least, not harmful. Right? Neutral, at worst. Yeah, I think we're sitting in a good spot for now. Got a fair amount of firepower. It's just gonna keep getting better. Already banished Tarona's box, so we don't have to worry about accidentally tripping 100% curse from a treasure chest. I think I had that happen to me once, and as you can imagine, I didn't last very long after that. We're getting okay. Keep the level ups coming. Go max out the ring. Alright. Another 1.5 minutes and we'll have ourselves stage completed. Yeah, just carving through them. I think this is probably one of the reasons why this game is also popular, because it's pretty easy to just like feel like an absolute god, even if you don't pick like the most optimal items. You're still gonna end up being absurdly powerful. You know, just seeing the bunch of stuff just fly out, and seeing these gigantic crowds of enemies just fall before you. That's real satisfying. It's real cathartic. This is the kind of game you can just fire up at the end of the day, and when you're just tired and everything, you just want to relax and just feel like a goddamn superhero. This is a good game for it. Or you want to listen to a podcast or a stream, and you need something for the rest of your mind or your hands to do. Also a good game for that. I do like the term podcast game. Like the type of game that you can play while listening to a podcast. Things like, say, Diablo or this. Kind of game you don't have to focus on too much, because game does a bit of the heavy lifting for you. Oh, I thought things were zooming in for a minute there. Are they? Are they not? Oh, we are nearing the end here. Come on, I just want one limit break. There we go. Okay, good to go. Ah, there we go. Red Death has taken us out. Game over. Oh, another nice feature they've put in. You don't have to repeatedly revive yourself anymore to get your extra bonus gold for reviving. They just go quit and cash in leftover revives. So you get your revive bonus, just like that. Okay, I hope that was what I needed to do. We'll see. Agnal over here. Yes. Eudaimonia is back. Let's just drop in here for our next thing, shall we? The floor lava. Too bad it's not that kind of game. Let's see, where is the Eudaimonia music? Go. Man, why does that icon look like it could belong in a Geiger work? Oh, my stuff again. I guess I have to pick the other option now, won't I? You speak once more. Once more you shall receive, but only once. The 7th trumpet permanently allows to disable all reapers and fight endlessly. Ooh, an endless mode. Once again, we find ourselves in the upside down game. Or not. I guess we've... Oh! All the people in the background have disappeared. Fantastic. I like the way the game just screws with you sometimes. It gets real trippy once you hit like that one particular bonus stage. Like the 4th wall is breaking down. Okay. Now do I have to play endless mode? Wow. Because endless mode means it's not going to end, which means I have to deliberately go and end the mode myself by running out of HP. Hurry mode. And leave inverse alone. Wait, Gallo Tower this time. We'll hear the B-side version of the Gallo Tower music. I actually like the B-sides of the music. I feel like they're like a bit more intense, a bit more fast-paced. It kind of gets that blood pumping, which I suppose might be counterproductive to the reasons why some people might play this game, but I enjoy it. Part of me hopes that they release a Vampire Survivor soundtrack soon, because I would not mind listening to this music in the car, or just, you know, while doing other things. Alright, Ricochet. There's gotta be some sort of limiting factor if it's endless. Like, I imagine there's probably gonna be like some sort of loop where enemy stats will just increase. Which will be the limiter. Lightning Ring. If I remember correctly, there's a duplicator on this. No, it was a... Okay, Bracer and a Spellbinder. So I'll probably want to pick up the King Bible and the knife. Hey. Okay, look at that. King Bible. Alright. Start banishing stuff here. Bye-bye, whip. Probably don't want the cross. Sure, I look for a duplicator and a Tirigisu. Yeah, banish the armor because I'm not looking to pick up the Rune Tracer. Knife. Guess the last item will be the axe. Picking up the knife. Banish the Shadow Pinion. Probably like the most complex weapon in this game, only because you need to do an additional action before the weapon starts doing any appreciable damage. Not that the drill trails that are left behind aren't useful, but you need to do like a stop and go kind of strategy if you want to use the Shadow Pinion. Ah, there's my axe. Alright. Now, I'm sort of bummed that there's no bow weapon. That way people can go recreate all the Lord of the Ring jokes. Right, yeah, my sword, and my bow, and my axe. I guess I could always do, you can at least do the last part. You're like, and my axe is always the punchline you hear, right? Don't need to pick up the Spellbinder. That is a pickup on the map. So I don't have to worry about the blue one, the blue drowner. I can just go up and go down at my leisure. Just banish some other passes while I'm at it. Okay, so I need a Tiragisu, I need Duplicator, I need Candelabrador. And get the Bracer and the Spellbinder. Hey, there it is. It should leave me room for 2 passives, because once the 2 guns unionize, that'll leave me room for another weapon, so I'll need to save a slot for a 4th passive. Probably try to decide what I want to pick up. Or actually, maybe I should just get Spinach. Or like Spinach and a Track Orb. And... let's see, Bracer, need that. Just a Crown. I think this is... wait, no, I was gonna say this is the state usually considered the stage where it gets real, but no, it's the Dairy Plant. The Dairy Plant's usually where things start stepping up in Vampire Survivors, where you'll probably need to go back and maybe do... oh, I should get the Empty Tome. Reducing weapons cooldown indirectly. Increases my DPS because when you throw out more weapons, that's just more damage. Yeah, that's always a good thing. Alright. Okay, maybe my next weapon should be the Magic Wand, and then I can go pick up Tyrona's box. It's funny. I think the way Vampire Survivors kind of took off, you could see how it's sort of encouraged, like, you know, other games that kind of take some inspiration from it. I guess the most direct one would be the fan game Hollow Cure, which is pretty much Vampire Survivors, but every character is a Hololive talent. Also, you have personal skills and ultimates. And then some other games I was looking at, of course, 20 Minutes Till Dawn, which I have played on here, which is more of a twin-stick shooter type of survival roguelike, and very, very heavy Lovecraftian influence. Not to mention perhaps a clearer condition for victory. At the very least, one that's more apparent, right? It's right in the title. Survive 20 minutes, and you win. The game just straight up says, you survived. That's all you need. I saw, as you noticed, that game's also been getting updates. They added a new stage not too long ago. They've been adding characters pretty consistently. Alright, this is the last banish. Just have to hope luck is on my side for these next few minutes here. But yeah, another one I've been looking at, because I saw it, like, people talking about it a little bit. It's called Bounty of One, and also it's its own unique twist. Like, for starters, the game has a very, very apparent Wild West influence. You got from the music to kind of the desert setting to the variety of characters you have. It definitely feels like they're kind of going for an irreverent tone as well, because one of the characters you can play as is basically a cowboy ninja, and they do things like you know, shout out very thinly veiled Naruto references, and I don't know, I find it amusing. I know maybe some people might not enjoy that, but I'm amused by it. And another thing that's kind of unique about it is that you can play. It has 4-player co-op, so you can bring 3 other friends with you. Unfortunately, it seems to be local only, which I guess makes sense given that positioning the utmost importance in these types of games. Yeah, Torna's box will be my other freebie passive, so locking myself into the magic wand for the next weapon pickup once it turns up. I just need the duplicator and the Tiragis. I can start my way up. It'll be Doctor Unlock My. Great. You know, one thing I wish these types of games would have some sort of like pick 2 ability, right? You see like 2 good things come up, you just pop a pick 2 and you can just pick 2 upgrades. I know that that would be really advantageous because you get like essentially a free level up on one, so they have to super limit that. But when it comes to situations like these, it's like, which one do I pick? Pick duplicator because that benefits everything. I mean, the extra revives, the Tiragis also benefits me, but I feel like duplicator is a much more apparent benefit. Just need Tiragis. Or it helps if I pick up these experience gems. The old saying goes, just do it. It's not even that old. That meme's only a few years old. Might be old at internet time, but compared to most other things, it's pretty. I think it's been a trend among people I've noticed who jokingly go, "What do you mean this is old? It's not old, it only came out in, 2000/1990s. You think about it, that's like 20 to 30 years ago by now. Yeah, that's pretty old, right? It's kind of shock you get when a radio station goes, all right, we're gonna play some classic music, and then they go play Foo Fighters or Offspring, and you're just you're just thinking, wait, I grew up to that. Oh right, I grew up to that. I think that's why the rapidly aging image is popular. It just makes you aware of your immortality. Alright. Kinda will I pick up this time? Freeze, probably not, since I actually am capable of getting the upgrade to this time around. I wasn't a dum-dum and picked too many passives that don't have evos associated with them. Here we go. We'll get the counterpart. Hey! Alright, there it goes. Doctor, unlock my inhibitors. We're off to get the rest of the... We're off to get the stage passives. You know what really... Oh, I won't say really, but you know what what I find a little bit annoying? People I've seen, you know, kind of around my age. They're starting to do the kids these days thing, you know. You know how people go, oh, kids these days, they're dumber / a lot less self-dependent, a lot less whatever. Man, I hate that because, you know, I remember old folks when I was young saying that stuff. I hated it then, right? Those people who we look up to, not having that much faith in us. Man, what is up with that? Now I see some folks acting the same way. It's like, come on. The only thing that's changed is, you know, times are different, right? The things we did back then might not be as applicable as what kids these days have to handle with now, right? A lot of things have changed, right? From the way we consume entertainment to the way we learn things to the things we encounter throughout the day. So gotta give them the benefit of that, right? I think some people have said that the whole kids these days things is it's been a thing that's been going on for a really long time, right? I think people have been talking about how there's even like ancient texts that are talking about how our next generation is doomed because they're into this trendy thing instead of being into the good stuff like we are. Man, can we perhaps get a generation that perhaps break that cycle and be one that'll totally be behind the new folks on the block, being into do their own thing, right? Doing what they do, how they do what they can to help the world out. Wow, I'm getting all the level ups. This auto collect must have auto collected. My thing I always like to bring up is that one thing from The Simpsons where Grandpa Simpson is like, I used to be with it, then they changed what it was. Now I'm no longer with it, and what's it seems weird and scary. Right. And the last bit was, it'll happen to you. Right. You will no longer be the trendy thing that the world is aiming towards. Just have to prepare for it and just not get too distraught that you're no longer the ones that are the popular among the popular folk anymore, right? Oh, this is the field passive. Let's pick that up. Let's go up here and pick up my the yellow sign passives. At least the ones up here, I believe, are the ones that provide the benefits and are not the curse bringers. Oh man, I just like how the enemies just explode out. It's like they look like when you like drop ink into a liquid container. You see the ink just kind of billow out, spread itself. It kind of feels like that. I assume once I hit the 30-minute mark, it'll qualify for like completion requirements, right? I'll still be dead, but it'll consider the run a success. Nope, I still gotta walk up some more. Oh yeah, because the arrow is still pointing. Oh, uh-oh. How to screw up your run in one step. One easy step. Ah, thank goodness for chicken. At least I have chicken. I think floor chicken is like a running joke in this game. Oops. Walked right across one of the cloaked villas again. Thankfully they didn't insta-kill me. Because I gotta be like, real careful where I step from now on. Need to at least go down and get the Spellbinder so I can upgrade the King Bible. Alright, now I gotta zig and zag across these respawning red skeletons. I like how this is the one enemy that kind of retains its sort of visual and functionality, right? It's a red skeleton. It respawns just like the one in Castlevania. So when you see it in this game, you kind of figure, oh, it's a respawning skeleton, right? Proven correct. All right, I'm gonna try to keep upgrading Torona's box so that once it hits level 9, Or once I get level 8, then I can just banish it next time around. There's also a chest down here. Will this be a... Yep, another Evo. Alright, weapons are back on the menu, folks. One thing I like about this, the combined guns, is that if you also have the magic tome, and you manage to max out the magic tome, you can just go screw it and just puts the lasers on the screen permanently. It's funny. Let's see, don't want that. Want crits. Yeah, I want crits. I definitely want crits. Even more DPS. Okay. Ah, wait, no, I can't. Don't use the banish. I gotta save that for turn this box. I just have to hope that the magic wand appears at some point. Get the magnet, suck up all the experience gems to me. Grab the eggs while I'm at it. Least I can do now is just keep leveling up the passives, try to max them out so that they can eventually go away from the pool. Since I got my 3 Arcana, I could also start using my rerolls on the level ups if I really need to. Skips, of course, will be the absolute last resort, and that's when I've exhausted every other option. Or I could just get the Fire Wand. Doesn't really matter which one I get. Yeah, we'll go with the Fire Wand to just take care of that. Just keep level up Fire Wand so I can evolve that. Oh boy, how much experience did I leave behind? That was a lot of level ups. It was one of the earlier updates, but that was like one of the other like quality of life features they added where if you've upgraded everything you can also then choose to say just auto pick a particular thing. So if you don't have limit break, then you would normally pick between like chicken or money. You could just tell the game, oh, just pick either money or chicken for me every level up from here on out, and the game will do that for you. And you have limit break. You can also then choose to tell the game to just pick any random upgrade. I don't care which. It's a nice touch. Allows you to keep your focus on the action, especially when you reach a point where you're like level up like crazy. You should just not worry about having the game interrupt you every half second to pick another thing. Alright, we're getting closer to having continuous lasers. We're real close now. Here we go. There it is. Lasers for days, son. There's no more off time. There's only lasers. There are a few things we hold constant in this life: death, taxes, and lasers. Ooh. We're in super XP zone again, I fear. Oh. Crab. Giant enemy crab. I still remember that infamous PS5 or PS3 conference where I think the game was like Genji, not the character from Overwatch. This is a different Genji. Like, yeah, this game recreates famous historical battles. Here's a giant enemy crab, and just the contradiction of it all immediately propelled it to meme status. It was like that and Ridge Racer, and 599 US dollars. Sadly, a fumble right out the gate, but thankfully the PS3 managed to redeem itself over time, thanks to its game selection and kind of factoring of its marketing. Really need to make my way down. Only got like 2 more minutes to get these other things. I can upgrade my King Bible. Last thing I need to Evo. Which means I should probably save that chest. Or no, I'm gonna encounter some other bosses. Ooh! 5-item chest. Always play out the 5-item chest. This is when we don't stop. The animation's just so absurd. It's like, this is the way it just builds on itself. You see the 3, and then 2 more just suddenly pop up, and then, of course, the musically timed item reveals. It all comes together really well. Look at that, I didn't even leave the screen, that boss just freaking vaporized. Anything below that, though, gets an auto skip. It is fun to see the first few times, but after a point, it's like, yeah, you know what it entails. There we go. You get random once, random always. We'll just do that. Just continuously improve our items, weapons, small time. Our way. Oh, whoa, we have quite a ways to walk if we want to get ourselves a King Bible upgrade. Oh my. Not necessarily that much faster either. I did read that one unfortunate thing about golden eggs is that since they're random, unfortunately movement bonus you can get is uncapped. If you get enough golden eggs, your movement will eventually reach a point where you're so fast that you're practically unplayable, which is unfortunate. Right, that's the kind of double-edged sword of movement upgrades. First few are nice, but eventually you reach a point where you're going too fast, you're way too squirrely, and it becomes hard to be exact, be precise in any manner. My hope is that at some point they try to perhaps cap the movement bonus you can get from it, but we'll just have to wait. From what I've heard, there's also an NPC that I can find. If you have like 5,000 eggs, they will go and remove 100 of them. But 2 drawbacks to that, of course, are that you need 5,000 eggs to begin with, and what the stats they remove are also random. It does make me wonder how they store the bonuses. Are they like a single variable, or is this like some sort of array that they're cross-referencing? It's kind of the same way with upgrades, because there's like no way to say remove 1 upgrade at a time. You gotta refund the whole thing. That perhaps was a lot more important when the upgrade price was the upgrade price increase was percentage based rather than, you know, linear like it is now. Because if they had to, you know, if they let you roll back like upgrades individually, that would mean they have to keep a pretty complex data on, like, you know, when each upgrade was taken and how much it cost, so that the player would get back the same amount of money from whatever upgrades they took. I imagine rolling them back individually might lead to certain other shenanigans where the meta upgrade path might be, okay, you pick these upgrades, you pick these other upgrades, you roll them back, you buy these other upgrades, and then you roll those back. and you buy some other upgrades, you know, to completely minimize pricing. My guess is that's probably part of the reason why they just they changed the percentage-based price increase to like just a flat price increase per upgrade. So you don't have to, you know, prioritize one over the other, so you can minimize the amount of gold you spend on all your upgrades. Now it should all be the same price no matter what you decide to pick up first. Alright, it's been 35 minutes. I think I can go ahead and end this now. So I'm just gonna go find our timekeepers and hope my current power level isn't enough to completely finish them off before they finish me off first. I am now the Death Seeker. Wait, did I? Oh, I guess since we're I'm guessing this game loops the enemy loadout around, so we're in the pre-10-minute segment of the enemy waves yet, which is why the chests don't just evolve my weapon automatically. Okay. Salves over here. Hopefully I can get over there and take it out before it takes me out, unless... There we go. Yes! Game over, and that's okay. We'll cash in the leftover rewards. We're ending it there. The goal was not to survive as long as I can. The goal was to just to get it out of the way. Alright, we're coming back for the third time. We got the 2 relics, at least our relics in stage. We'll switch the track back to the Eudomia machine. Let's see, turn off endless, turn off hurry. Let's see what's in store for us. We're back for a third time. We're surely gonna piss off this entity that's been giving us these other 2 relics, right? That's what's gonna happen. I just like how the dialogue, or one choice is okay? Doesn't look like it's gonna... Doesn't look like the text is gonna materialize into anything coherent. Oh, of course, except for our requisite Castlevania reference. Alright. Let's go, you miserable pile of secrets. Thankfully we have these bats here to provide us with experience gems, so... Challenge comes from trying to get there. Ooh, what do I pick up? Okay, so I'm not gonna get any Arcana, so I don't really have to worry about trying to pick weapons around the Arcana. So let's try to get things that can multi-hit enemies, or perhaps for Castlevania's sake, maybe we get all the items related to Castlevania. Oh, well, who did that? Gatium Mari. No, that will take my... Here we go, the knife. Knife. The classic Castlevania stable. The gold knife. Ooh, gotta pick up the holy water as well. The Santa water. It's kind of funny. I've seen people joke, oh, Santa water. It's like, it's funny because they're talking about Father Christmas. But actually, Santa can also mean saint. So in a way, it's kind of still correct, but yeah. There's always the joke. It is amusing. I'll say that much. I assume the goal is to just survive. Oh wow. Okay, it's chucking eggs at me. Great. I wonder what would happen if I came in here with a character that had like no golden eggs. Would that attack not happen? I assume that to be the case. Alright, I'm gonna start banishing these other passives. Now I'm gonna need all my slots this time. I can't afford to take anything not related. Wow. Pretty epic battlefield we got here going. I assume like a final boss. And even the music is like suddenly gone full orchestral and choral. It's no longer this sort of retro throwback like the other tunes were. No, this is just very, very dramatic. This feels like the final phase of a JRPG boss fight. This is where, the part where the bad guy kind of transforms into, you know, godlike being, and now you have one last chance to stop it, and holy crap, I somehow am at half health. That thing's always to the left of me. Makes going back for things a little tricky, because I can't walk back constantly. I have to wait for it to swing back before I am able to go to another candle. Now I think about it, has any floor chicken dropped in this stage? Because if it hasn't, it might be troublesome. And also these golden eggs are a pain in the neck. Banished wings, not conductive to my load. Oh, okay, floor chicken does drop in this stage. How much health do I have? 7. Take all the... Man, even though it would be like a passive that is never picked, wouldn't it be funny if they had one that just like increased the amount of healing done? And apart from the Arcanas, just have a item that increases the amount of healing you get from items. It'd probably be nigh useless. People would probably just say, don't pick this item unless you're getting the weapon, or you're getting the associated weapon to evolve it. I mean, it's already happened with some of the passes, right? You don't want the Hollow Heart or the Pomerola unless you're looking to upgrade, evolve their weapons associated with them. I wonder if I should have picked up the whip. That way I can have myself a life drain weapon on hand. As long as I have floor tricking, I should be okay, right? So make sure I dodge those golden eggs. Man, I got a lot of them. Doing a lot of dodge egg. Spinach, I wish I could pick you up, but don't quite have the space for you. Not to mention Pugnala already has a white and... Okay. Alright, now I see where those eggs are coming from. There's a yellow hands on the right side there, just chucking them out at me. Fortunately, the angle is such... It doesn't look like you can hurt them either. They're just there, just to let you know. Yeah, some eggs are coming after you. Also, I see the white hand over there. It's just waiting to get their hands on me. The ultimate run ender. It's like you defeated Red Death. Okay, well, we're gonna definitively end the run here. You're not gonna get to survive until you get the endless mode item. Okay. Seriously, need more passives, more good passives. Oh. Am I doing something to it? Must be... I'm breaking... So that's what happened, I'm breaking the things on top. These things that have been rotating around this final boss the whole time. Looks like a shadowy burning tree. I wonder if it's like a... Oh! Okay. Now it's stepping up. More attacks. I guess the easy phase is over now that we've broken the primary things. Now we have to break the other stuff. Oh geez, oh geez, oh man. Oh god, what the? Revive. Well, I have one revive. I wonder if that was the case that I had to stand still. Now we're kind of in a pretty thin corridor here. Oh wait, nope. It's spreading back out, which I can't quite get a bead on. Oh wait, no, I can, but it's a bit of work. Oh hey, flames are gone for now, and they're back. Oh boy, I wonder if that white hand thing is one where I just have to stand still, because it moves faster if you move, so... When it's like definitive run ender, it's just there just to let you know. No, this thing's gonna end whether you like it or not, but... I wonder if in this case, white hand will just vanish after a certain point. Okay. Oh, this ain't good. Yeah, now there's no way I can go back. I just have to keep going forward. Just have to make do with whatever level ups I get from here on out. Be a lot less frequent now. No. I want my upgrades. Cursed eyes are getting in my way, along with those flame things. Alright, we're gonna walk back. We're gonna walk back. We're gonna walk towards it. Face our fears. Not afraid of you anymore. Doesn't seem like you approach quickly enough to smack into me anyway, so... as well. Take out the hollow heart. I think I get enough floor chicken to keep my HP up. Alright. All the flames are clear. Just swing around and try to get the other experience gems. I think about it, the eyes aren't hurting me, are they? Seems like I only get hurt by the other attacks, so maybe I shouldn't fret over it too much. I wonder if that's like the revival invincibility kicking in. Supposed to be the cinematic moment. The final boss was trying to throw the red hand at me to finish me off, but my sheer willpower said, no! We are going to end this right here, right now. Wait, is the boss throwing eyes at us? Kinda looks like it. I'm gonna have to watch the VOD and slow it down and see if those really are eyes that they're chucking at us. Yeah, it definitely looks like eyes from what I can see very briefly as they come crashing down on us. My god. Will you just fall? You know, at least have the skulls blow up at some point. Finish the stone max. Hey! We're getting there. We're getting there. I heard that crack. It's a very satisfying sound. It's the kind of sound that sounds like, you know, you hear sounds like a silver pot just like shattering or something like that. Alright, we're gonna enter phase 3 now. That's what's gonna happen. Or are we just gonna hit the main body now till you finally fallen? How the tables have turned. Oh god. It's not over yet. Is it just me or did the instrumentation pick up? I also like these things appearing. Wow. Oh, I see the sounds fading out. It's getting quieter. Also, we're taking all these red deaths. That's kind of remarkable. It's like the 11th hour superpower. It's not over yet. Our dance has not concluded just yet. We'll get back up and we will defeat you, no matter what it takes. Just need to swing my way around these things so I can have a clear shot at the shadow tree here. Shadow flame tree. And what is it with games and always alluding to Norse mythology? It's like you can barely go a JRPG without some reference to Yggdrasil or Mjolnir or Loki or Thor or things like that. I guess the names just sound really cool, right? Mjolnir's is kind of has a gravity to it. Right, you hear it and it's like, oh man, this is probably gonna be a good thing. Right, doesn't matter if it's like a hammer or the name of a orbital satellite laser or a lightning gun. It's something to be feared all the same. Yeah, this isn't the volume like suddenly changing. They really turned the sound down for this one. The music is. Oh hey. Oh wait, so I probably got the cross pickup that takes out all the enemies on screen. That's why that happened. All right, I'm assuming I had to shoot the orbital things that are now coins and experience gems. I think I am getting stuff out of it because yeah, I hear the little coin ching. I hear the coin clanking, coin sound effect when I hit it. I assume I'm also picking up experience when I hit the experience orbs. Yeah, I am. Ah, there we go. And now they fall, as the others have. So we'll hit the next phase, or maybe this is the last phase. Come over here, I'm not done with you. You know, I think I read like a little while ago that Sackboy, A Big Adventure, is supposed to come to PC. I forget if it was like on Steam or EGS or both, but man, it's fascinating just seeing how many formerly PlayStation exclusive games are just coming. Oh boy. Now the hands are just throwing things at us. I guess this is the conclusion here, because the showering us with gifts and the interface is kind of going nuts. Got the 5 animation, you got 3 meters all filling up. Gold fever is just popping off. Are we gonna be able to keep all this money? Or is this just like another visual tomfoolery that they're doing here? Wait, we're getting 5 level up bars now. Whole mess of hands. And we're done, I guess. Congratulations, Pugnala Provola. The vampire is not here. Perhaps we shall find them in another world if you'll just take my hand. Okay. Oh. Greatest Jubilee has a chance to summon light sources. Best with luck. Okay, I guess stage complete. Cool. Oh, hey, there we go. Yeah, that's Vampire Survivors. I guess it's only fitting that a game with minimal plot, you know, just whole lots of irreverence, kind of concludes this way. Yeah. So yeah, super fun, very very cheap. You'll definitely get your entertainment out of it, even if you play it just once. I think that will be your money's worth, right? But it's definitely something you can sink a lot of time in, especially with the way the upgrades work, and it's got that just right amount of carrot on a stick, right? There's always new things to unlock, new characters, new weapons, new features, new stages, new everything. And then sort of meta twist that they throw at you later on. It definitely gets real interesting. At least I'm amused that the ending does acknowledge, hey, we didn't see any vampires in this game. And just concludes on a vague note, hey, what if we went to another world? I wonder if that'll be saved for whatever the follow-up, whatever next game Ponkel decides to develop might involve vampires or not. Who knows? I know they're probably sitting pretty comfortably. Oh, hi, Eli. Or Ellie. Hello, Ellie. Real touching. I hope Ellie gets the message. Guess this is the credits. Yeah. Uh-huh. I hit A on the back button, now everyone's walking the other way. What if I hit? Okay, it's going faster. Okay, is this another trickery? Or not? I like how the back button just goes and joins the conga line. Oh wow, they did give me all the money. I assume that was a one-time stage. They're not gonna let me go back in there and just rake in tons of cash. Missing no. Alright, how's about we do one more? Let's pick here. Queen Broken. Oh, let you pick it again. Oh, we're not gonna pick that. Let's see. Back to the inlaid library. Let me pick, we'll keep Hyper and Arcanas. Keep Soul Solution. Nah, I wanna end this with a track. We'll listen to another B-side. Like this one. This one kind of has a good first stage feel to it. So yeah, we're gonna go to the library with the Forest B-side music. This is how we're gonna close things off. What kind should I pick with Queen Sigma over here? Queen Broken. We'll look at this one. Armor affects damage. Whole host of them, right? So you get the Cross, the King Bible, Santa Water, Duplicator, or Lightning Ring. Right, Rune Tracer, because that's associated with the armor passive. So yeah, the thing about Queen Sigma is that he just has... First off, she has a ton of rerolls, skips, and banishes, so you pretty much can just get whatever you want if you give it enough time. Also, she has like... Yeah, first... So you start off being able to pick an Arcana, and your first 2 level ups, you can pick an additional Arcana. And you still get your Arcanas at like 11 and 21 minutes, so essentially means Queen Sigma gets 5 Arcana, whereas everyone else gets 3, so you can really just jack yourself up. And this is on top of her getting a ton of level up stats, all uncapped, so yeah, probably makes sense. She's like one of the very last characters you get. It's kind of like a reward. So it's like, all right, you've invested a lot of time in this game. Here you go, Queen Broken. Now go ahead and Just enjoy your catharsis. Enjoy breaking everything even further. Trying a divine bloodline. Should probably pick the weapon that. Ooh, I could get the one that generated explosions when they expire. Yeah, we'll get that. Keep banishing. And here we go, another one. Where's the one that makes them fire more often when I'm moving? Yeah, that one. Yeah, so super fast, super strong, super durable. See here, 400 health, when most characters probably won't break 200 without a bunch of upgrades. I guess the only downside to Queen Sigma, if you call it that, is golden eggs don't work on her. That's it. You know, just given how busted she is everywhere else, that's hardly a downside. And given that there's a particular secret that requires a character to not have any golden eggs. That means even if you just somehow inadvertently everyone else got golden eggs, you can still get the thing. Oh, now to think about it, I should probably hit the merchant, because there's one more thing that's real good about her. Since she can't get golden eggs, in lieu of having a golden egg available in the shop, she just gets a candy box. And the candy box lets you pick any one item. It's a selector. It's a selector ticket. Don't have to suffer the whims of the gacha for at least one weapon. Take your pick. Take your pick of any one weapon. What will I get? I think I should get. I'll get the Rune Tracer since I have the armor. Let's see, I need Santa Water, King Bible, Lightning Ring. Oh man. What were the other items the Arcana fitted from? Should just banish stuff. Just keep banishing stuff. Eventually, the pool's gonna shrink to a point where I can get the things I want. Just aggressively banish. I have 100 of them. I don't think there are even like 100 items and weapons in the game. I can pretty much pare the list down to the stuff I need, given enough level ups. Throw in this box, of course. Can at least evolve everything in my arsenal currently. Does the cross work? Forget. Hope I didn't banish the. No, I didn't banish the cross yet. Banish Geese either, but I'm gonna banish the axe. Maybe this is something I should just look up real quick. Keep it on hand. I do have a tablet on me. I can look up the Vampire Survivors wiki, look up that Arcana section, make sure I have the right weapons in hand to maximally benefit from the Arcana. Is there a way to... I wish there was some way to check. Wish there was some way to check what Arcanas you had, or at least their effects, so can remember what they do. In case, just keep aggressively banishing. Is it the cross? Okay, I'm gonna look this up. It's the final run. Want to make sure we get ourselves a hyper, well, maybe not hyper, but at least a synergistic enough build. The Arcana I picked. the wiki real quick. Search Arcana. For Arcana 9, the one that does all the armor shenanigans. It actually synergizes pretty well with the victory sword too, since that does retaliatory damage. I have the armor on hand, also booster retaliatory damage. Let's see, okay. Yep, cross affects it, so pick up the cross. Now all I need is the King Bible and the Lightning Ring. Oh wait, did I banish the... I hope I didn't banish the Spellbinder yet. Or no, the Clovers. The Clover is the one I need to pick up now. Okay, I've just been banishing weapons. So far so good. Also another thing that's amusing, Victory Sword is a VS, just like Vampire Survivors. Alright, we're gonna banish the guns. I don't need guns. Not this time. Lead Sigma has the sword. Oh. Greatest Jubilee. And on second thought, you know what? We'll just get one of these. What does the... Does the Jubilee evolve into anything? I am getting light sources though, that much is certain. Alright. I'll probably want the lightning ring then. Not concern ourselves with the final weapon. King Bible, if I remember correctly. We'll boot the Candle Labrador. You know what? I'm gonna look up Greatest Jubilee, see if that evolves into anything. Might not. What does the wiki say? What does it say? Does not seem to be an evolution. See if the weapons section has anything about it. Yeah, okay. Well, I guess that gives me a freebie weapon slot then. Maybe I will pick up the spinach after all. Just beat the pentagram. Looking for either King Bible or... the King Bible or... what's the other weapon? Lightning Ring. I'll take one or the other. I prefer Lightning Ring so that I can get the duplicator with it. Just keep vanishing. Eventually, I will get my thing. Get what I want. There it is. Alright, now for the passives. Hey, a track orb and a clover. Alright, I can only pick one of them, unfortunately. I should pick the clover first. I can take advantage of the luck stat. Higher chance of 4 choices, which I would probably need. More banishments incoming. Alright. Now playing hard to get, I see. I like how Queen Sigma is so fast that all the pickups take a while to catch up to her. Everyone else it's like not too much of a problem unless they've got too many golden eggs, but Sigma is just fast by default. Do have a freebie slot, so I'll just pick up spinach. Never go wrong with more strength. Alright, banish Pomarola. Eventually, this game is gonna be forced to give us the remaining passes we need. I can't banish the tome that's on the field. Just have to upgrade the victory sword. There we go. Clover. All I need is a duplicator. Come on, vampire survivors, don't make me wait. Granted, it's only been 5 minutes, but I don't want to wait. Hey, there we go. Again, inhibitors unlocked. Gonna get our stuff, baby. Just keep upgrading weapons from here on out. Only upgrade passes when it's the only thing we can upgrade. Oh man, having those having the light sources show up is real handy. There it is. Oh, it's a buttload of tomes. God damn. Get that, get that. That. Get that. The yellow sign passes that don't make things harder. Although with Queen Sigma, probably go and just upgrade Curse as high as it can go because not. More enemies means even more experience, which means even more weapon upgrades. Swim back over to the other side and pick up the counterparts. Upgrade victory sword. The vampire survivor sword. Yeah, golden eggs, they still appear, but do absolutely nothing. You can just pretend Queen Sigma just pockets them, or crushes them under her heel, or just bats them away. victory sword. Keep picking up victory swords. We'll just max that out. See if we can max out Torino's box as well. Hey, it's this chest. What am I gonna get from it? Cross! Useful. And again, every upgrade would have been useful. Some are just more useful than others. Upgrade that water. Man, everything's just dying around us. Probably easy to see why Queen Sigma is the queen. She kicks this much butt. Like the whole ass kicking equals authority thing. Maybe not the best kind of electoral system in real life, but maybe something can let slide in fiction, at least. To an extent, of course. Is alright, victory sword is maximally upgraded. Start concentrating on other things like track orb, perhaps. Increase the pickup range and weapons if we can. Now we'll do the tome at least so we can get that out of the pool. We're back here. It's the track orb. I think this is like practically corridor ride by now. You should just run in the middle and just pick up everything around us. Yeah, tracer. Yeah. Alright. Let's get more armor. Now for some curse. And why not? That way so we can move up and down a little bit. And not worry about missing out on things. Should give me more weapon choices, game. This is fine, but I'd sure like to get at least one weapon to the max at some point. Granted, it's not even been 10 minutes, so I shouldn't fret too much. We'll get there. I will get there. Not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Alright, swing on my back. It's gonna go left. Just gonna go left and watch everything before us fall. I really don't even need the other weapons. This victory sword is doing a lot of the heavy lifting here. Everything else is kind of for show. Oh wait, I dropped the chest back there. That's the other thing with everything dying so fast. You're inevitably miss some of the chests, especially the ones after the 10-minute mark, since they're the ones that can provide you evos. And just walk forward, level up. Greatest Jubilee doing its work, giving me light sources to get even more stuff from. Ooh, I even activated Gold Fever. Let's go. See how much money I can get from this. Alright, it's 11 minutes, so... Oh. Be another. Oh wait, this might be the Arcana. No. Okay. I know Queen Sigma does get 2 more Arcana picks. They might not be at the 10 and 21 minute marks though. Look at that, gold fever is just popping off endlessly. Can't stop, won't stop. It'll be 20 minutes of running forward and watching everything just freaking die. See, Gold Fever's finally hit a depletion rate where it's going down, but still picking up enough large pickups that can still go on. Ah, there we go. There's our next Arcana pick. I picked these 3 here. Weapons, can I get the benefit from what I have? I have Santa Water, I have Lightning. I have the Cross. Should get the Cross. Instant weapon projectiles gain up to 3 bounces. So get crits for sword. Maybe I'll do that. Or actually, maybe I get the +3 revives for kicks. That way I can get a slightly larger revival cash out bonus. Why not? Upgrades at this point don't matter too much. There it is. You know, I actually planned to go out this morning. I just needed to go out shopping for some small things, but unfortunately, I woke up too late, and the bus that I would need to go out to the store I needed to go to wouldn't have come back early enough for me to make the stream time, so I had to delay that. I might, depending on how things go after the stream, I might just go in the evening. Won't be so bad, but I was hoping to get things squared away early on, but it's fine. I have plenty of free time in the evening, so it's not like this is too much of a hindrance for me. Yeah, I get the feeling this Gold Fever is probably not going to go down anytime soon. Especially now that enemies are going to appear 100% more often. Times like these where I wish they just had like a random upgrade pick option if you know you're gonna level up everything eventually, but maybe they figured the decisions you make would be too important to just leave the random chance, so might as well just pick them yourself. Labora. Upgraded Santa Water. Now they just want me to upgrade Greatest Jubal. Oh, because that's the only weapon that needs upgrading. Swinging back around to the Sony games appearing on PC discussion. I do hope that a lot of Sony games eventually make their way there. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad that Horizon, God of War, Uncharted, and Sackboy are making it there, but I want to see them perhaps bring some of their older games as well. But give us some of those PS2 classics or like the Ratchet and Clank and Sly Coopers and the Jak and Daxters. I wouldn't mind picking up like an HD pack, HD collection of those games. I know I already did so on the PS3, but I'd be willing to play through them again on Steam or Epic, whatever. Also wouldn't mind the PS3 Ratchet and Clank trilogy coming to PC either. Totally up for playing Tools of Destruction, Crack in Time, Into the Nexus, and all their side games that they put out for several years there. And Ratchet and Clank did have that weird period after A Crack in Time where they were just putting out a bunch of interesting experimental games like oh, I forget if All for One was like post A Crack in Time or not, but that was the one I remember the most. 4-player cooperative sort of Ratchet and Clank title where you could play as Ratchet, Clank, Quark, and Dr. Nefarious. I actually played that one with my siblings. We got through that one in a weekend. It was a fun weekend. We actually stayed up till late to wrap all things up, all things considered. Yeah. And then they also had that MOBA like that they tried to do. Was it I forgot what the name was now, but yeah, they went in some interesting directions after A Crack in Time. Wonder if their development of Into the Nexus was just trying to get back on track. Ah, there we go. Our evolved, or it's not really evolved, it's more like a gift of Victory Sword, because you still keep the other weapon, it's just now you have Soul Solution along. And you're gonna see some really trippy things, so just watch out for that. Oh, it's about to begin. I heard that sound, right? Our final Arcana. What are we gonna pick? We should probably pick something that the Victory Sword can benefit from, so I'll get Slash. And now we just keep leveling up. Just gonna pick everything on top. Doesn't really matter what I level up from here on out. Got most of the good stuff now. Boom! Just explodes into the galaxy. Everything just gets vaporized. You can see forever. Best part is that experience doesn't like count as collected until the galaxy effect wears off. So it's possible if you like collect enough experience while the galaxy's like just popping off, eventually you'll just have a bunch of level ups to go through. Or you got the limit break on, and so you see level up as your stats upgrade to absurd levels. And we're just gonna press A. Gold Fever is here to stay with us, I'm assuming. And it's also funny. A series that is very clearly trying to end, but for some reason or another just keeps getting more stuff. The one that comes to mind right now is Payday 2. I remember when they were making a big deal of their current then final raid, right? The one that would close off the story, close off the saga and the plot, and leave things on a note. And then they came out, and you saw what would be the ending scene, roll credits, all that good stuff, and then they continued putting out missions. It was kind of a shame because I think their developers overkill. We're trying to branch out. You saw they came out with like Raid, they came out with the Walking Dead game. And both of those kind of fell flat on their face. So they're like, alright, so we'll just have to go back to Payday 2 and develop some additional content for it until we get enough stuff back in our coffers for another project. Yeah, it's kind of like Wiggle and Bugsnax, right? Wiggles out there is trying to be more than just a one-hit wonder. But nah, the only thing people remember her for is that particular song that became viral and it's the one that she's not even proud of. Real shame. Thankfully, her ending and the good ending of Bugsnax seems to hint that she might be onto something new. At the very least, the credit scene seems to indicate that she's got herself a new hit on hand as well, so maybe it all worked out for her, like it worked out for everyone else in the end. Yeah, Payday, man. Kind of was those things that makes you think why they haven't just gone ahead and announced or developed a Payday 3 yet. And I feel like that'd be the next step. I guess their concern would be trying to figure out how to innovate enough from Payday 2 to make it distinct enough to justify there being a 3, right? Because just making it Payday 2 with prettier graphics probably wouldn't fly with people anymore. I guess you could say Ratchet and Clank is kind of in the same boat. They tried to conclude that series a few times, right? They had a crack in time, which had a big, epic, universal plot that kind of put a nice closure to the plot, to the future trilogy, and kind of to the series at that point. And to the Nexus felt like a bit of a postscript, but again, it still closed off things rather definitively. And then they tried to do that reimagining, as they called it, first Ratchet and Clank, perhaps updated for modern sensibilities. And I guess that didn't quite take off the way they'd hoped, so they went back to the drawing board and made a sequel to Into the Nexus, which from what I've heard is a pretty decent game, all things considered. But boy, like I don't think it's quite hit the long in the tooth phase yet, despite how long it's been, but it's definitely a long runner. Gold Fever has finally run out. Incredible. How long till I get Gold Fever again? I can barely hear the music anymore over all these sound effects popping off. Man. I guess on the subject of Insomniac, one game I wish would get a sequel. Sunset Overdrive. I think I might have covered this already, but it was a game that was like first released on the Xbox One. It was like one of Insomniac's works, one of the things they did after they kind of broke off from Sony for a moment there. After Fuse. And it was kind of like an irreverent open world third person shooter slash platformer slash parkour. Definitely unique in just how referential it was and how much it did not care about the fourth wall. And it should be pretty fun, all things considered, with its unique setting, unique arsenal. At least unique looking arsenal. Some might say it was trying too hard to be hip, but I think I enjoyed it all the same. They did throw the game a bone by releasing it on PC like many years later, but I don't know. Part of me, even now, is holding out hope that maybe someday, some point, we'll see a Sunset Overdrive 2. Even if it is a PS5 exclusive, I'll be happy that the series is getting some love. Oh, it's not even a series; it's just a game at this point. The game, the property, receives some additional love. Definitely felt like the game Insomniac was trying to do a pretty unique push for, right? It's like on top of it being a new, a new setting, a new characters and everything. I think I mentioned this already too, but I'm gonna say it again. They did like sort of, I want to say it's like either weekly or bi-weekly updates on their YouTube channel for Sunset Overdrive, where they would just like talk about things they were working on, things that they noticed about people playing the game. And occasionally they would also do like community votes, where you know they'd ask the Sunset Overdrive players to perhaps vote on something, like say new items, or like maybe what things would get balance changes, or what cosmetics do you want to see, or what characters do you want to see get side quest focus on them. It was kind of cool just seeing how much community involvement they were trying for there. It was definitely a game that like tried to take advantage of you know, all the features Xbox One had at launch. So they had things like the challenges feature that they utilized too, where you could do some challenges on the dashboard, and if you completed them, you would get in-game items. I think it was like one of the very few games that actually did anything with it. Also took advantage of you know, achievements not having to be in batches anymore. You could just add individual ones over time, and they did that over time, along with their other incremental updates. But yeah, it's a lot to like about Sunset Overdrive, and perhaps the slight bummer that they haven't done anything more with it all this time later. Like, even if there wasn't a Sunset Overdrive 2, you know, it was like just another game that was in the spirit of Sunset Overdrive, I'd be elated. Part of me hopes that the release of Sunset Overdrive on PC wasn't an interest gauge for Sunset Overdrive 2. Or if it was, that enough people bought it that they could, Insomniac could go to whoever would be in charge of this kind of stuff and say, hey, people seem to want Sunset Overdrive 2, can we make Sunset Overdrive 2? I guess all that is to say, if you want to, I would recommend playing Sunset Overdrive. If you want like your sort of irreverent third-person shooter parkour. Definitely recommend getting the PC version, because that has all the DLC built into it. But I imagine if you want to get it on the Xbox One, the complete edition is probably amount to the same price, if not cheaper. Hopefully not much more expensive either. That being said, it might be worth getting it on PC anyway, because you would also get all the stuff that was originally pre-order bonuses that would just come automatically on the PC version. Man, talking about Sunset Overdrive kind of makes me want to play Sunset Overdrive again. I already played through it twice, once on Xbox One, one on PC, but I'd be totally willing to do a third playthrough if I get to do it on stream. I can show you all how awesome it is. Maybe I'll do that. Just to figure out how to transfer saves off of that, so I can keep my other save that I've practically gotten 100% on. Yeah, that probably won't be till a bit further in the future, because I do have other games that I have planned for long plays after Bug Snacks. Although it won't be the following week. The following week, since we're still in October, I do plan to conclude Not So Spooktober with a complete weekend playthrough of Costume Quest 1. I can get that for pretty cheap. It's like $8 on Humble Store for me. So I'll probably just get that, and according to how long to beat, it'll take me about 10 hours to kind of get through everything. Hopefully that includes Grubbins on Ice, so if I spend enough time each day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, to get through it, that should be enough to get me through Costume Quest that weekend. And then come November, we'll resume regular streams. I'm not quite sure what I'll play after Costume Quest. Though that won't count for this Wednesday. Wednesday is going to be race night, as always. Although, I don't think I'm going to start anything new just right away. That's another thing I want to mention. Can you believe it? It's been 10 years of Forza Horizon. Yeah, Forza Horizon 5 has made a very special note of it. It's like, each week they've been recreating the intros of the old Horizon games in it. So last week they were doing like Forza Horizon 1's intro, This week it's Forza Horizon 2's intro. I'm assuming the next 2 weeks will be 3 and 4. I'm really eager to see how they do 4s, because it was, unlike the first 3 games where it was just like panoramic shots over cars and sitting idle in like very scenic locations. Horizon's 4 intro was just this car driving down a really long straight road as the scene transitioned between seasons. Yeah, just to represent the seasons mechanic. But I want to see how they recreate that for Horizon 5. I hope they do the scene transitions and everything, because that'd be real cool. Ooh, a treasure chest. It's just 25 gold. Ever. I'm sitting on 100,000. And in addition to, anyways, back to Horizon. In addition to recreating each Horizon game's intro, the whole month is kind of dedicated to the whole 10th anniversary. So the week's challenges are also like connected to each Horizon game, and they've also set up like a special area, kind of like as a tribute to the old Horizon games. So week 1, you could find like a little area in Copper Canyon that was a bit of a throwback to Colorado in Horizon 1. And this week, I'm assuming there will be a like special area in another location that will be a throwback to like Italy and France in Horizon 2, and so on and so forth for 3 and 4. And on top of that, they've added in like a special Horizon story, which is basically a 10th anniversary tribute. So like when you started up the game, post 10th anniversary update, they immediately kind of throw you into the story. First chapter of the new story, which is basically a recreation of the final segment of the Horizon 5 intro. So once again, you're driving to the festival site while Scott Tyler is hyping you up. Although you're just driving now, there's no cargo plan or anything to really drive up the excitement levels. And then the chapter after that, right, then they go, oh snap, Darius Flint is back, right? He's the guy from Horizon 1, your chief rival. He's like, oh snap, he's in Mexico, he's looking for some people to race. And then the next chapter in the story is just them recreating Forza Horizon 1's intro. Right down to the cutscenes, right? You start with the car driving down the road. They even cut to the part where, it's like the first person view in the car. You glance over to the left, see Darius Flint pass your ass, and like, oh, it's on now. You just race him over to the destination. And then they recreate the scene where you're like, your character's at the diner, and they get worried. It's like, oh snap, there's tickets to get. But they don't really say that. In this one, Scott Tyler just says, hey, yeah, we gotta make it to the festival site. And they kind of recreate that. They even have like the custom diner building, like just lying out there. So yeah, the whole story is just an excuse for them to just recreate every Horizon's intro. Like, as on the nose and as self-serving as it is, I kind of dig it. It's real fun the way they kind of just call back to it, right? Like, I haven't played the other chapters in the story, but I assume just like everything else, they'll recreate Horizon 2, Horizon 3, Horizon 4's intro, and we'll get to play those out. Oh, I forgot the best part, the absolute best part. They introduced a new radio station, Horizon Mixtape. It like just has music that was featured, some of the music that was featured in the past 4 games, right? It's not all the music, and I guess for licensing reasons they couldn't quite get all of the big hits, but it's like a good amount of music from the previous 4 games. The only unfortunate part of that is like perhaps the most memorable tracks, the songs that play like in the title screens of the past 4 games. They're associated with the weekly challenges. So, if you want to hear like Porter Robinson's Language or Odessa Moment Apart, you gotta log on for the week and do the associated challenge, festival playlist challenge, to get the music. Otherwise, I guess you miss out. I really hope that's not the case. They give you some alternative means to pick it up later, but yeah. They do have other music from the other Horizon games, but man, I've switched it to mixtape, and I doubt I'll switch off of that unless I want to switch to super mode. I guess all that's to say, maybe this Wednesday we'll probably go back to Forza Horizon 5, for a brief intermission. Just check that out for a bit. you know, see all the 10th anniversary celebrations they got going on before we go into the next racing game. Oh, we're at the 30-minute mark. Red Death. It's currently frozen right now. Maybe he'll be unfrozen. Oh, there he is, dashing around trying to take me out, but I'm in galaxy mode right now. Alright, here it is. Yep, there we go. Cut me down where I stand. Just gonna wrap things up here, get ourselves 1,100 coins as a revive bonus. Let's see. Wow, surprisingly enough, Soul Solution / Victory Sword, not the highest damage dealers. That goes to the Heaven Sword. I assume because it has Arcana, that severely upped its DPS. Highest damage, highest DPS. I ended at level 469. Nice. I managed to survive another 42 seconds beyond the 30 minute as well. Anyways, that's Queen Sigma and Soul Solution. Absolutely disgustingly busted. This is why you don't get it until very, very late in the game. But yeah. I think that will do it for Vampire Survivors. I've already said my thoughts about it. Sigma balls. Yeah. In any case, that will do it for this stream. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for tuning in. I wish I could stream longer, but I gotta go take care of some other business soon. So I'll be back tomorrow to take a look at Monster Train. So Spooktober. So yeah, I'll see you then. Have a good rest of your day.